Okay, we're doing these guys, pulling the knees in.
3.
Let's go for about 10 of them.
4.
Half bridge. Circle's
1.
coming up next. Oh, with the knee.
2.
Half bridge.
Ready?
Front feet together.
1. Hips. So that the shoulders, hips, and
Feet on
knees
to the side.
and feet are in straight line.
Hands to the side.
Hips
coming
come up.
Coming down.
Hold in this position.
Down. Up. We're holding 2.
And down. One more time. Up. Keep both legs turned out.
Alright, we're
as
going to
much
be turned
as
out.
possible from the hip.
Rotating.
We're going to stay
And
up.
lifting.
The hips are going to stay up, and we're going to keep lifting the legs, alternating.
Both sides.
Hips come up.
This time, push-up position. Feet are turning
The more
out.
flexible you become, the closer your feet will be. And hold in this position for a few seconds. And bring the knees to the floor. And resting. Good. Now let's do the same thing one more time. Push-up position. Hips are completely turned out, your heels on the floor. Find the distance between your feet where the heels can be on the floor. Good. And knees go on the ground one more time.
Like this. Next one, push-up position. We're going to
Heel on
rotate.
the floor.
Both heels are on the
Find your distance between the feet. Plus and up.
We got this move here.
Ready? Let's do 9 more. One of the other leg on the top of this foot. Here, we're going to lift the foot. However, once we lift it, our goal is to perform the rotation. We don't want to lift simply both legs. We want to focus on the outward rotation here. We're pressing down. The second we let go, we put it on the floor, we let go, we take the foot, bring it to the knee, and press it down, creating more of the external rotation. So one more time. The foot is pressing on the foot. They lift. Here we're trying to get maximum external rotation for 3 seconds. Bring it down. The second is down, boom. Press down and get more of the external rotation. On the inside of the knee, both legs are turned out, both knees fall out to the side. Now, if you want a little bit more challenge, you will bring that foot a little bit more over to the side. It will become more challenging as the femurs come closer together. So in this position, we're going to lift, and as we bring back down, we're going to allow the knees to drop down more to the side, creating more of the external rotation. So first we lift, and as we bring down, the knees drop out to the side. We lift. As we bring down, the knees drop out to the side. Right foot on top of the left knee. Turning on the side, this way we have a short lever. As the elbow is now resting, we have to use the trapezius to pull. It becomes a lot more difficult. And from here, the leverage is going to be to drop the body down. And as the body comes up, at the same time, we will rotate. Okay, now we don't want to lose that distance. We got a little bit of distance here, we don't want to lose it. So we're going to drop, and as we're coming up, we're going to rotate a little bit more. Okay, so here in this position, every time we drop, we move forward and back on the leverage, but the target keeps rising. And the bottom leg, and we're going to turn it out. Now we're going to grab a hold. What we want to do here is we want to keep this knee here. We don't want to bring it in. And keep it in this position. And we're going to do 2 movements. The first action is going to be to bring the hips forward. By bringing the hips forward, we're adducting and bringing the femurs closer to each other. That is one way that we can lengthen the abductors. The second way is to perform the outward rotation, because these muscles perform the inward rotation. So we create the space for the first action, move the hips forward. As soon as the hips are coming forward and coming back, we perform the rotation. Okay? So one more time. The hips go forward. As the hips are coming back, we perform the rotation. Notice the target here, which is where we want to move, is the rotation. The leverage is the hip. The hips are going to go back and forth, creating space. The target is not going to move. The target will come forward. Now
Lunge.
what we're going to do is we're going to lift the toes slightly. As the toes lift, we'll create space. As we drop the toes, we have the space to drop
Foot is
the
gonna
hip.
come back.
Now we want to keep the hip
Put
in
it
one
down,
place. We
come
don't want the
lower.
hips to lift every time we lift the
up,
toes. So we
bring it
keep the
down
hips
a
where they
little
are.
lower.